Welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into a crucial topic for workplace safety, understanding asbestos and silica dust. It's something many might overlook, but it has serious health implications.
Absolutely. Both asbestos and silica dust are silent hazards that can linger in work environments for years. Let's start with asbestos. Did you know it was once hailed as a miracle material because of its heat resistance?
Yeah, but that came with a heavy price. When asbestos fibers are inhaled, they can cause lung diseases like asbestosis, mesothelioma, and even lung cancer. The scary part? Symptoms sometimes take decades to show up.
Right. And that's why training is so important. Workers need to know how to identify asbestos, avoid exposure, and follow regulations. Speaking of regulations, did you know the U.S. banned most asbestos products by the late 1980s?
That's true, but believe it or not, asbestos hasn't been completely banned in the U.S. It's still allowed in certain products, which is why awareness is key. Let's pivot to silica dust, another invisible threat in workplaces.
Silica dust is a big deal in industries like construction and mining. When materials like concrete or stone are cut, they release crystalline silica particles. Inhaling those particles can lead to a disease called silicosis.
Silicosis is no joke. It's irreversible and can even be fatal. But you know what's interesting? With proper dust control measures and respiratory protection, exposure can be significantly reduced.
Exactly. And OSHA has strict standards for silica exposure. For example, employers are required to monitor air quality, provide protective equipment, and offer training to employees.
Training really seems to be the common thread here. Workers can't protect themselves from what they don't understand. That's where programs like asbestos and silica dust training courses come into play.
Agreed. These courses teach workers how to recognize hazards, use protective gear, and follow safe work practices. It's all about empowering people with the knowledge to stay safe.
And it's not just about individuals. Companies benefit too. Fewer health issues mean lower medical costs and higher productivity. Plus, it helps them stay compliant with safety regulations.
That's a win-win. But let's touch on something lighter for a moment. Did you know that silica is also used to make glass? So while it's hazardous as dust, it's also behind every window we look through.
That's a fun fact. It's a good reminder that context matters. In one form, it's useful. In another, it's dangerous. The same applies to asbestos, great for insulation, terrible for lungs.
Exactly. So, to wrap up, if there's one takeaway from today's discussion, it's this. Education and awareness are the first lines of defense against workplace hazards like asbestos and silica dust.
Couldn't have said it better. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, and don't forget to breathe easy, literally and figuratively.